everyone, my name is Nur Hidayati binti Zulkarnain. My number matric is 302190. So in this video, I will explain some event details and importance of risk management in the event industry. First, event name is Olympic Game Paris 2024. For event types, international multi-sport event. For the location, this event at Paris, which is France. And then number of attendees. First, spectators. For spectators, estimate over 10 million ticket holder across all events. Number 2, athlete. Over 10,500 athletes from around the world. Number 3, opening ceremony audience. More or less 300,000 spectators expected to attend the river sign-based ceremony. And then for importance of risk management in the event. Risk management is a critical component in the planning and execution of large-scale events like the Olympic Games. It's involved identifying, assessing, and mitigate potential risk to ensure the safety of participants, spectators, and the host community.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shamirul Amin bin Cik Isa. My matric number is 300011. I will continue for my part, which is risk identification and security issue. There are many key risks and potential impact risks associated with the Olympic Game Paris 2024. Firstly, security threat. For risk description for security threat, the Olympic Games are a high-profile global event that is a natural target for terrorist attacks, violent protests, and criminal activities such as theft and vandalism. Paris, as an international city, has had experience with all of this before. For potential impact, firstly, loss of life or injury, leading to national mourning and international condemnation. Secondly, event destruction or complete cancellation, affecting schedule and spectator. Secondly, crowd control issue. Risk description for crowd control issue, which millions of visitors anticipated. Effectively managing crowd at event venue, transport station, and public area will be essential. Poor planning may result in overcrowding or panic incident. For potential impact, firstly, injury or death from being trampled or drowned during crowd shows. Secondly, need for stricter crowd management protocol in future games.
My name is Nur Aliasmin binti Sani. My matrix number is 302728. So I will continue about the risk. Third, we have health hazard. For the risk description, mass gatherings can elevate the risk of disease outbreaks. Moreover, Paris during the summer is prone to extreme heat, which may increase the likelihood of heat stroke. Ensuring the safety of food and water is also a critical concern. And the potential impacts is the widespread illness among the athlete, spectators or staff could result in withdrawal and decrease the attendance. And then such incident may also lead to the significant financial losses due to the medical expenses, events cancellation, and damage to the event's reputation. So next, we have weather-related risks. So the risk description is unpredictable weather condition can interfere with outdoor event. Flooding of the scene river or intense heat wave may impact the athlete performance and compromise the comfort and safety spectators. So the potential impacts, we have postponement and relocation of the event, effective broadcast schedule, and also the logistic. Next, safety hazard such as dehydration, heat exhaustion, or lighting strikes. So for the last point, we have technical failure. So the risk description is the heavy dependence on technology for broadcasting, communication, and logistic makes the Olympics susceptible to system disruption or cyber attacks, particularly during high-profile moments such as ceremonies or live events. So the potential impacts is disruption in the event broadcast, disappointing global audience and sponsor, also loss of sensitive data or control system if targeted by hackers.
Hello everyone, my name is Ainul Sofia. My matrix number is 302269. Today I will present about two preventive measures to address the identified risk. Number one is emergency response planning to handle natural disaster and accident. Risk identified is unexpected emergency such as fire, flood, or structural failure at venue. Preventive measure number one is develop and rehearsal comprehensive emergency response and evacuation plan with local emergency service. Number two is equip venue with emergency exit, signage, first aid station, and trained personnel. Lastly is install early system for weather alert and conduct real-time risk monitoring throughout the event. Next is crowd management strategy to prevent overcrowding. Risk identified is overcrowding at venue and transport hub. Preventive measure number one is use smart ticketing system to control crowd flow and avoid overcapacity. Number two is deploy trainer, crowd control personnel, and use real-time crowd monitoring tool like CCTV and so on. Lastly is design clear signage, one-way walkway, and stranger event timing to manage movement effectively.
Hi, my name is Nur Suhaila binti Nasri and my matric number is 298934. So my point is about the purpose security enhancement to minimize the risk exposure. So the first is about the security measure. So we have 2 points here. The first one is CCTV surveillance system and the second is about the access control system. So, what is CCTV surveillance system? It's about to install high-resolution CCTV camera with a facial recognition capability in the key areas such as the stadium, entrance, transport hubs, and fan zones. So, while access control system is about we use the RFID, enable ID back for the staff, volunteers, and the athlete to restrict the access to authorize the zone only. Next, we have the emergency response planning. So we have the evacuation plans. So what is evacuation plans? It's about the design and rehearse the detailed evacuation plans tailored to each venue. So this is include multilingual signage and real-time communication tools. So the third is about the fire safety and the crowd management. So the first one is about the fire extinguisher and the suppression system. So to ensure that all the venue are easily to access. So the second is about the exit signage and emergency lighting. So this is install the clear illuminated emergency exit sign and backup lighting system to guide the crowd during the power out gates or the emergencies. So the last is about the last for this point is about the crowd flow management. So this is used for the real-time crowd to monitoring the system to detect the congestion and redirect flow so that the event will go smoothly. Point number 4 is about the legal compliance. So it is about the permit and license to ensure all the event related to the activities that have a fully license under the event that want to organize. Then this is important because of we handling many people, so that we have to get the permit and the license. Last point here is about the cyber security. So we have 2 points in this subtopic. So we have the secure online ticketing system, and the second is about the network intrusion detection system, or we call it as NIDS. So we focus on the secure online ticketing system is used end-to-end to encryption and multi-factor authentication. So we call it as MFA for the ticket purchasing and the account access, because this is nowadays we use online, more to online, so that we can easily to buy the ticket on online. So the second is about the network intrusion detection system, or we call this as NIDS. This deploy intrusion detection and prevention system across the network and continuously monitor for the malicious traffic and unauthorized access.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ridwan. So I will explain about the apply risk control principle, justify proper strategy to ensure safety, smooth conduct and success of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Risk control principle need to be employed in formulating an effective strategy. So based on the key principle of risk control, number 1 is risk identification. The strategy is conduct a careful assessment of a possible risk from athlete safety, public health, tourism, traffic congestion and technology fail. The justification is through early detection of risk, the organizer can proactively have a mitigation plan to minimize negative impact. Number 2 is a risk assessment. Okay, so the strategy of risk assessment is use a likelihood and severity analysis to prioritize the most critical risks such as cyber attacks, athlete injured or spectator riots. So for the justification is evaluation allow for efficient resource allocation to guarantee control, measure focus on the highest threats. Number 3 is a risk mitigation. For strategy is a strengthen physical and cyber security in collaboration with global security agencies. For justification is a this preventive measure reduce the possibility of unwanted events and curtail damage should they occur. Number 4 is a risk transfer. The strategy is a purchasing comprehensive insurance to financial obligation in the event of cancellation, injuries or property damage. For justification is transferring a portion of the risk to third party, for example such as insurance company, reduce the finance burden on the organizer. For number 5 and number 6 is number 5 is contingency planning. For strategy is formulating contingency plans for circumstances such as inclement weather, protests or system failures. For justification is it allow the organizer to react quickly without descripting the competition or the security of contestant. contestants. And lastly is a constant monitoring and review. The strategy is using AI technology and expert groups to monitor the situation in real time and review strategies as and when needed. For justification is a dynamic controls allow an instant reaction to threats arising in the course of the event. For the conclusion is by organizer the application of risk control principle, the Paris 2024 Olympic Games can be held more securely, orderly and successfully, and the interests of various stakeholders like athletes, spectators and organizer can be ensured. Thank you.
In conclusion, the sport event have changed a lot. Okay, from an old traditional game to the big modern events. As a sport event grow, the number of people and the use technology also increase. Okay, this make the event a more fun and also bring the more safety risks that we need to manage carefully. For our reflection, we understand a sport event like an Olympic can bring people together, but the event also face a problem like crowd trouble, cyber attack and a failure of technical. So it is important to event planner be ready and take action to keep everyone safe and happy. I would like to share about ways to improve the security and risk management in events. Okay, first we need to use AI TV. AI TV help to watch the crowd. And second, we need to plan all emergencies. It's important to plan for fire exit. And third, we give a frequent training. All staff need a regular training. And fourth, we have a strong cyber security to protect our system and ticketing. And fifth, we have a work with authorities. We should always work together with policies. That's all from our group, and thank you.